Hey everybody, welcome back. Sive Morten is here with ForexPeaceArmy.com as usual. Let's figure out what's going on the gold market today. So mostly it's just briefly update just because market has completed the target that we have specified recently. But also I would like to show you some harmonic patterns that might be useful for estimating short-term targets and maybe somehow will help you to better understand where it's better out of the current trading setup. So because currently, as our forum members also mentioned it in our forum, it's really very difficult currently trading the gold market. It's very risky. This market is overextended. You do not want to go short, but with taking long position, it's really big challenge. So every time you're thrilling, when you're taking position, just varying of the possible downside acceleration or something like this. So, but at the same time, for truth's sake, we have to acknowledge that actually the method, the trading plan that we're using here, trading tactics, is working really nice. So actually in recent couple of weeks we have made 4 or 5 trades based on this setup, and it really behaves well. So in the current circumstances, actually we do not have a lot of options, for truth's sake. So what you can do, you could either stay aside and sit on your hands, or if you still prefer to trade, you will have to deal with the environment that you have. So you do not have any other options. And where we'll keep going with this and actually trying to do our best to just help you in the current difficult situation, trading markets of this kind. So what we have on the daily you can see that price hits the overbought area, which stands actually today for 42.37. That's the reason yesterday what we said that if market will reach the 42.35, better to out. That our short-term final target here. Because if you recall the setup that we discussed yesterday, it was based on the butterfly. First target was 42.07, where we said grab around 70% of your result, but you could keep the rest for possible reaching of the 42.35, and actually market stands right here. If you take a look at the 4-time frame chart, there are two moments to mention. It's a bit, you can see, heavy, but I will just make it clearer in a few seconds. So first of all, take a look at the top. Market right now is forming the bullish grabber. It has not confirmed yet because this candle is not closed. I will just enlarge this so better seeing. You can see market is actually here stands with the flirting with the MACD. Once the pattern will be confirmed, it means that market should take it out of this top. So we could see minor upward spike here, just slightly above this area. But this might be also the predecessor of the possible reversal, some minor starting of the retracement. So this grabber is important here, and take a look what the performance will be on lower time frames around this area. Why we actually think that it might trigger retracement? Because if you will follow the tendency that started right in the middle of the September, it's actually where we done our these 4 trading setups. You can see the market mostly is falling with the same harmonic swings. You can see this. I will just take out the MACD to show you this picture better. I clearly could see it. So you can see 1 harmonic swing retracement. Once again, retracement, 2 harmonic swings, retracement. Once again, 2 harmonic swings. So the final harmonic swing stands around. Here's what, by the way, was just minor extension here. It's not, of course, it's not perfect. It's approximate calculation, but here market stands somewhere very close. So it's around 42.50 probably. It might be treated as a possible nearest destination point if these grabbers will work. Anyway, we're currently at the point where you should think about closing the target, closing the position that we have. That's actually butterfly that we discussed in recent 2 sessions. Now it's completed, and you can see already reaction starts. The minimum target of this butterfly, or any butterfly when you're trading, is a 30% retracement of the whole butterfly body, which points on the 41.85 approximately. And you also could see that it will be retesting of the previous top if this will happen. By some irony, you can see that the points where we called to out yesterday at the 70% of your position, it by itself has become the same kind of the bullish momentum trade setup, the bread and butter trade right here with a smaller scale. So potentially it also might be used for a scalp bullish position taken with the minor upper direction, but this scale is just too small, and that's why we're not considering it usually in our updates. But this was also nicely looking bullish setup. Besides here, it also was forming some kind of the triangle, you can see, which also has given a hint on a possible continuation to the upside. Now we have here, you can see bearish divergence, some first reaction down, and it might be the signs of the possible preparation for another retracement leg to the downside, something like this. And we saw previously on the 4-time frame chart all these downside retracements. That's why in the current circumstances, of course, you could try to play with this grabber, trying to wait for some upward continuation here, but by technical rules, with the trading setups that we have discussed, now target is done. So all other stuff is up to you. So what you would like to do, following the odds and following the technical analysis, currently we have to sit on the hands, close the longs, sit on the hands. I mean only longs that were actually have opened with this trade. I'm not calling you to close the longs that you're taking for years as an investment in the gold market. We're just speaking about only short-term speculation. So we need to close this position and wait for a healthy pullback. Supposedly it might be to the 41.85, as I said, but depending on how situation will develop, what patterns will be reached later, we will be able to estimate it with the more precision. So that in towards what we have from the gold. Let's keep watching and see you tomorrow.